Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students, and good morning. I welcome you back to the class. I hope you are doing well. You're safe at home. So we are here again. We are going to learn something new in today's class. So in the last class we have started a new chapter and we are going to continue that chapter in today's class. So here we go. So as you all know that in the last class we have started our chapter Trade and Industries, which is our chapter number 3, which is on page number 55. Many kind of things we have learned from this chapter. We have come to know the meanings of these two words, trade and industries, the buying or selling of things for the sake of money, and the area where things or services, goods are produced or made, they are called industries. In our last class, we ended up on import and export. Now we are going to continue from there. So in the last class you have been taught about import and export, and here are these terms again. But here are only definitions along with their objectives. We are going to learn them in very easy words. The term expressing, if we are talking about import, the term expressing buying of goods and services. Okay, it means we are buying the goods and services, and these goods and services are coming from other countries to our country. Okay, now on the other hand, if we talk about export, the term expressing selling of goods and services, because something is getting exit from our country, so it means that is going to other countries. Why? Because we are selling those things to other countries. The term expressing selling of goods and services from home country, it means if we take the example of our country, it means from Pakistan to other countries. Why we have to go through these two processes, why they are important? If we take the objective of import to fulfill the demand of goods and services not present or in the hometown, means those things which are not produced in our country in good amount, so we have to buy those goods and services from other countries. And why we have to export? To increase the global presence or market coverage. Okay, market coverage, it means for sake of economy we are selling those things to other countries so we can have the better economy. Okay, so rest of your chapter has the information of Pakistan in terms of trade and industries. So here are some main industrial cities of Pakistan which are enlisted here. Karachi is the biggest industrial city of our country. Okay, everybody knows that Karachi is the biggest city of our country, but with this we must know that Karachi is the biggest industrial city of our country as well. Okay, other than Karachi, there are other cities like Faisalabad, Hyderabad, Kotri, Gujranwala, Gujarat, Sialkot, Multan, Sakhar and Lahore. These are main industrial cities of Pakistan. Okay, so here you can see that the name of Islamabad is not there, and we know that Islamabad is an important city of Pakistan. Why? Because Islamabad is not the industrial city, and here we are concerned with industrial cities. Okay, so these are the industrial cities, main industrial cities of Pakistan. Do you know that industries are the source of economy for any country? So Pakistan has a number of industries, but here are some heavy industries of Pakistan, which are Pakistan Steel Mills, Heavy Mechanical Complex, Pakistan Machine Tool Factory. These three industries are heavy industries of Pakistan. It means goods and services are produced in large scale here. Now we are going to learn these three heavy industries of Pakistan one by one, from which number one is Pakistan Steel Mills. Pakistan Steel Mills is industry which produces steel, as the name indicates. It is located near Bin Qasim seaport. It is in Karachi. It produces steel for different industries. And this is how the steel is made. So, from heavy industries of Pakistan, steel mills is the one, and it produces steel which is used by many of the industries or many of the rest of the industries of Pakistan. Okay, steel is produced here on large scale, which is provided to different industries, and it is in Karachi near Bin Qasim seaport. Now here comes another heavy industry of Pakistan, and that is heavy mechanical complex. It is located in Taxila, and Taxila is in Punjab. It produces heavy machinery for other industries. Okay, as the name indicates, heavy mechanical complex, it means this is the industry which produces heavy machinery for other industries. So now the third one is here, that Pakistan Machine Tool Factory. If you see the name of this heavy industry, you will come to know that Pakistan Machine Tool Factory is the factory or industry which is producing tools. Now these tools are used by other industries. So if we talk about the location of Pakistan Machine Tool Factory, so it is located in Karachi. It produces engineering goods for other industries. As you can see in the picture, many of the tools are here. So Pakistan Machine Tool Factory produces number of tools and number of engineering goods. Now these engineering goods are used by other industries. Apart from heavy industries of Pakistan, here are Pakistan's major exports and imports. So we have already discussed about export and imports, that what are these. Now we are going to see what kind of things are import item and what kind of things are export item for Pakistan. So here are export items of Pakistan. It means these items are good enough in our country, so we export these items out of our country as well for to increase our economy, and that includes rice, leather goods, carpets, raw cotton, textile goods, and sports goods. Apart from export items, some of the things which are not in good amount or which are not good enough in our country, so we have to buy those things from other countries, and those things are medicines, tea. Now tea will include tea leaves. Apart from this, edible oil, it means cooking oils which are able to eat. Now machinery and electrical goods. So these are the things which are import items of Pakistan, and these are the export items of Pakistan. As you have been taught earlier that Karachi is the biggest industrial city of our country. Likewise, Faisalabad, Hyderabad, Kotri, Gujranwala, many of the cities are main industrial cities. But apart from these cities, some of the areas are especially developed for industries. Means, if we talk about Karachi, it is a residential city, but some of the areas are especially developed for industries. It means for the development, why these are developed not to live there, but only to develop industries there. If we talk about Sindh, so main industrial area of Sindh is Nooriabad. You must have heard this word, or you might have seen this place as well, this area as well. If we talk about Balochistan, so there is a hub. If we talk about Punjab, there is a Chinian. And if we talk about Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Sogadoon, Amazai, these are a bit different names, and these are the areas which are specially developed for industries. Now here comes some of the industries of Pakistan, some major industries and some smaller industries. Major industries include textile industry, ghee industry, sugar industry, paper industry, cement industry, iron and steel industry, cigarette industry. On the other hand, there are some small industries as well that include oil seed milling, rice industry, carpet making, cotton spinning and weaving, leather, embroidery, and pottery. Apart from this, sports and surgical instruments. In our previous lecture, we have learned that Pakistan is an agricultural country. It means the most of the industries of Pakistan are agro-based industries, and they depend on our agricultural product. So if we talk about the crops, so there are the types of crops, and there are two types of crops. Number one, food crops, and number two, cash crops. Now these are the crops, and how we have divided them and why we have divided them. We are going to learn them one by one, and these are very easy. Okay, so what do you see here? You are able to see here some of the fruits, vegetables, right? Now we are going to learn here that what are the food crops. We get these kind of things from plants. So the food crops refers to a crop such as rice or wheat that is grown for human consumption. It means we are getting something from that is our agricultural product that includes rice, wheat, or many things to eat. So we are calling them as food crops because these crops are working as our food and we can consume it as our food. So food crops are those crops such as rice and wheat that is grown for human consumption. Okay, these are, we can eat them all. But on the other hand, what is this? This is cotton. So can you eat the cotton? Not at all. But still it is produced by our plants. So there are the crops which are called cash crops. It means we can earn money by selling them, but we cannot eat them. So the cash crops refers to a readily sellable crops that is grown and gathered for the market, okay, for the economy, as vegetable or cotton or tobacco. Now here you can see that food crops are the crops which we can eat and which can be done as human consumption. But here we are talking about cash crops. We can get the cash or money, we can earn the money by selling the cash crops like cotton. But apart from cotton, we can also sell vegetables and fruits. So it means the things which we eat, they are the cash crops as well, because when we sell them we get the money. Okay, but all the cash crops cannot be the food crops. Getting? So here is the best example for the cash crop is cotton. What do you think? Is rice a cash crop? As we have learned, the crops which are grown for human consumption, so they are the food crops, and we eat rice. It means rice is food crop. But is rice a cash crop? Yes, it is. How? In developing countries, rice is defined as cereal grain and the most commonly grown cash crops. Since rice is one of the major food supplement, it is commercially cultivated as cash crops in many regions of the world. It means by selling of rice, we can get the good economy. It means it is working as cash crop as well. And it is already food crop. So this is how some of the crops are both. They can be the cash crops and they are food crops as well. Okay, but if we talk about cash crop like cotton, so we cannot consume cotton as a food, so that can never be food crop. Okay, some of the crops are both cash and food crops, but some of the crops like cotton can only be the cash crop. So here we have completed our chapter the chapter Trade and Industries, in which we have learned a number of things. I hope you have got it. In this chapter, we have learned about trade and industries. What are the industries, and what is manufacturing, developing countries, import and exports. Apart from this, we have learned about some of the heavy industries of Pakistan, like Pakistan steel mills, machine tool factory, and heavy mechanical complex. Apart from this, there are some major industries of Pakistan, there are some small industries of Pakistan. What are the export items of Pakistan? What are the import items of Pakistan? The largest industry of Pakistan is textile industry. This is a key point. You have to remember this. So, what you're supposed to do, you have to read your chapter properly. You have to underline all the important lines from this chapter and keep on reading and learning. Thank you so much. Inshallah, we shall meet in the next class. Take care.